Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Chargesheet filed by Delhi police in the Jamia Milia Islamia violence case. Sharjeel Imam named as an instigator, sent to judicial custody till 3rd March. Ministry of External Affairs issues travel advisory for Indians travelling to 5 provinces of Iraq. All 220 people quarantined at Manesar to be discharged today after testing negative for novel coronavirus COVID-19. The highest ever budget for Uttar Pradesh of over 5 lakh crore rupees tabled in the State Assembly. From Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation in his Mann Ki Baat Programme at All India Radio on the 23rd of this month. Hindi is the 3rd most spoken language in the world with 615 million speakers after English and Mandarin, reports World Language Database Ethnologue. Delhi police today filed the charge sheet in the 15th December Jamia New Friends Colony violence case. CCTV clips, call detail records and statements of over 100 witnesses are attached as evidence. The Delhi police has named Sharjeel Imam as an instigator but has not charge sheeted any students. Meanwhile, a Delhi court has sent Sharjeel Imam to judicial custody to the 3rd of March. The probe also revealed that bullet cartridges found during the violence belonged to a 3.2 mm pistol. Delhi police will release more photographs for identification of people involved in the violence. In all, 17 arrests have been made in the case so far, including 9 from New Friends Colony and 8 from Jamia area. The police is also investigating the role of Popular Front of India in the outbreak of violence. Total 95 persons were injured in the violence in Jamia on the 15th of December, including 47 police officials. Over 150 prominent citizens, including former judges, bureaucrats, army officers and academicians, wrote to President Ramnath Kovind against Anti-Citizenship Amendment Act protesters. They said a false and motivated campaign is being launched against the law, the National Population Register (NPR) and NRC to harm the nation. In a letter, they urged the centre to look into the ongoing protests with all seriousness, safeguard the nation's democratic institutions and take stern action against people behind them. The signatories include 11 former judges of different high courts, 24 retired IAS officers, 11 former Indian Foreign Service officers, 16 retired IPS and 18 former lieutenant generals. They said the campaign is being carried out in a coordinated manner, leading to violent protests in which public and private property has been destroyed. All central government employees whose selection for appointment was finalized before the 1st of January 2004 but who joined service on or after this date can now opt to be covered under the old pension scheme instead of National Pension System (NPS). Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions said this order is expected to give relief to several central government employees, some of whom were seeking court's intervention to be covered under the old pension scheme. The ministry said central government employees will be given one-time option to get coverage of pension rules in place of the NPS. This option may be exercised by the concerned government servants latest by 31st of May this year. External Affairs Ministry has said that Indian nationals may now consider travelling to Iraq except to the 5 provinces of Nineveh, Salahuddin, Diyala, Anbar and Kirkuk. In a travel advisory, the ministry said these 5 provinces remain unsafe due to the prevailing security situation in the country. Those Indian nationals wishing to travel for employment and already having work permits and appropriate visas may return to their jobs in the safe areas in Iraq. They may inform the Embassy of India in Baghdad or Consulate General of India in Erbil prior to travelling to Iraq. Those Indian nationals wishing to travel for religious purposes and having appropriate visa and return air ticket may also travel for pilgrimage to the holy places of Najaf and Karbala. However, they have been advised to not extend their religious pilgrimage to neighbouring Syria. In its travel advisory on the 8th of last month, India had asked its citizens to avoid all non-essential travel to and within Iraq due to the escalation of tension. U.S. President Donald Trump will arrive on a 2-day state visit to India on the 24th of this month. This will be his first visit to India. He will be accompanied by First Lady Melania Trump. President Trump and the First Lady will attend official engagements in New Delhi and Gujarat and interact with a cross-section of Indian society. U.S. President Donald Trump has said he is looking forward to his first visit to India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also noted in a tweet that India and the U.S. share a common commitment to democracy and pluralism. More from our correspondent.
Prime Minister Modi and President Trump last met on 24th of September last year on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly session in New York. This was their fourth meeting since Mr. Modi returned to power for a second term in May last year. Over the past 3 years, both leaders have developed a personal rapport. They met 4 times last year, including their historic joint address before a strong 50,000 crowd of Indian Americans in Houston. During this visit, the two leaders are expected to jointly address a massive public rally at a newly built stadium in Ahmedabad. President Trump will also take part in a roadshow and tour the Sabarmati Ashram. This visit is expected to further bolster the strategic ties and enduring friendship between the people of the two countries. Suparna Sekia, AIR News, Delhi.
President of the U.S.-India Strategic and Partnership Forum USISPF, Mukesh Aghi, has said that President Trump's upcoming visit to India has the potential to usher in a new era of bilateral ties. Mr. Aghi further said in a statement that there is an opportunity to make real progress on multiple aspects of the relationship, whether it is upholding peace and security in the Indo-Pacific region, building upon an already strong energy partnership, developing co-production and co-development opportunities in defense space, or strengthening bilateral trade. The top American business advocacy group USISPF, in collaboration with the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry FICCI and the Observer Research Foundation, will be organizing a program entitled US-India Forum Partners for Growth on the sidelines of the visit. The day-long program on the 25th of February in New Delhi will bring together over 500 senior business executives, members of the US-India think tank community and leading figures of the Indian diaspora. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Now moving on to our series, Har Kaam Desh Ke Naam. In this series, we take a look at the programs and policies of the government aimed at reaching out to the last mile of development and welfare for all. Today, we take a look at the Soil Health Card scheme, launched by the government on the 19th of February 2015. The scheme, launched by the Government of India, aims at helping farmers by issuing soil cards to them, which will carry crop-wise recommendations of nutrients and fertilizers required for the individual. It will improve the productivity through judicious use of inputs. This scheme is being successfully implemented in Idukki district in Kerala. Krishi Vigyan Kendra under the Indian Council of Agricultural Research ICAR in Idukki's Santanpara region has already issued 3,000 soil cards to the farmers. Manjujin C. Verghese, soil scientist in ICAR Krishi Vigyan Kendra Santanpara, Idukki, told AIR News farmers in this region are finding the scheme extremely beneficial.
Idukki farmers are facing a lot of problems regarding soil acidity. The Idukki soils are extremely acidic in nature. That is, it nearly comes to 3.5 to 4.5, which is causing a lot of fungal problem in especially cardamom crop. So regarding this, ICR Krishi Vigyan Kendra has intervened and done many demonstrations in the farmers' field. We have come to the conclusion that regarding the soil acidity, farmers are being made aware on application of lime. Depending on the acidity, we are telling them how much lime to be applied for each crop. And based on the nutrient deficiencies, especially potash, magnesium, calcium and micronutrients like zinc and boron are highly deficient in Idukki soils, which are addressed to the farmers, and they are made aware of the deficiency symptoms that is seen in the cardamom crop. So based on that, through health card, we are giving them the recommendations for the deficiency symptoms and the fertilizer application so that farmers can get more benefit out of the health card.
The Uttar Pradesh government presented the state's largest ever annual budget in the state legislature today. The budgetary demands of 5,12,860 crore rupees was tabled in the assembly by Finance Minister Suresh Khanna in the presence of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. This is the fourth budget presented by the Yogi Adityanath government. In the upper house, the budget was tabled by Deputy Chief Minister Dr. Dinesh Sharma. New schemes of 10,967 crore 87 lakh rupees have been included in the budget. While presenting the budget, Finance Minister Suresh Khanna said the budget is centered on the development of youth, education, skill development, infrastructure, women's empowerment. A fund of 3,300 rupees have been given for piped drinking water in Bundelkhand and Vidya area. An amount of 510 crore rupees has been allocated for the development under Purvanchal Nidhi and Bundelkhand Nidhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat Programme on All India Radio this Sunday. It will be the 62nd episode of the monthly radio programme. Prime Minister Modi has invited people to share their ideas on topics he should address in the 62nd episode of Mann Ki Baat. People can dial 1-800-117800 to record their message and can write on the Namo app open forum or on mygov.in. People can also give a missed call on 1922 and follow the link received in SMS to directly give their suggestions. Suggestions can be given till Saturday. People who were quarantined at the Manesar army camp on their return from China will be dispersed today. They have tested negative for novel coronavirus COVID-19. The Health Ministry said all the 220 people will be discharged today. These people were brought to the camp by the government from Wuhan in China. Yesterday, over 400 people who were kept at the ITBP quarantine facility in Chawla, New Delhi, were discharged after they tested negative for COVID-19. The Japanese government today said that all passengers and crew on board the ship Diamond Princess have now been tested for novel coronavirus COVID-19. Earlier, more than 450 people had tested positive for COVID-19 on board the vessel, which has been quarantined off the coast of Japan. Now we move on to our segment of Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat. India is known for unity in diversity, and the whole fabric of the nation has been woven by diverse linguistic, cultural and religious threads. The spirit of mutual understanding amidst a shared history has enabled development of unity in diversity. The idea of a sustained and structured cultural connect between residents of different regions was mooted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the Rashtriya Ekta Divas held on 31st October 2015. Under the program, Andhra Pradesh has been paired with Punjab.
The culture of Andhra Pradesh is an integral part of the rich cultural heritage of the country. The art and crafts of the region like Kalamkari, Bidri, the fabulous weaving of Gadwal, Venkatagiri, Pedana, Uppada and Mangalagiri, the exclusive metalware, brass, stone and wood carving highlight the immense talent of the Andhra craftsmen. Sikh art and culture is synonymous with that of the Punjab region. The Punjab itself has been called India's melting pot due to the confluence of invading culture. The states of Andhra Pradesh and Punjab share many similarities, and both the states learn a lot from each other by mutual interaction centered on knowing about each other's culture, history and tradition. Like several folk dances in Andhra Pradesh, there are good number of folk dances in Punjab too, each in their own colorful history and unique style. Thus, there are so many similarities between Andhra Pradesh and Punjab. Dr. G. Kondalrao, AER Vijayawada.
Hindi is the third most spoken language of the world in 2019 with 615 million speakers. The 22nd edition of the World Language Database Ethnologue stated English is at the top of the list with 1,132 million speakers. Chinese Mandarin is at second position with 1,117 million speakers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Chargesheet filed by Delhi police in Jamia Milia Islamia violence case. Sharjeel Imam named as an instigator, sent to judicial custody till 3rd March. Ministry of External Affairs issues travel advisory for Indians travelling to 5 provinces of Iraq. All 220 people quarantined at Manesar to be discharged today after testing negative for novel coronavirus COVID-19. And with that, we end the Midday News.